Hi, I'm Joe Dinoffer. Welcome to the third volume of our Creative Tennis series, the innovative video series that integrates live action with commentary. Now, we all know that movement in tennis is the name of the game. After all, in an average set, players run about half a mile, including an incredible 250 to 300 changes of direction. The conclusion? Tennis is all about quick starts and stops, acceleration and deceleration to set up for each shot. It is not about running a marathon, although it is a sport that requires great stamina at competitive levels. Effective movement is critical to effective tennis. The question is, how should we teach or how should we practice movement? I remember my first lesson at 5 years old. It went like this: pivot, racket back, step, and then swing. That teacher told me to do that instruction over and over again. I remember it as clear as day. It was just like taking a dance lesson where you'd go step by step. In fact, I remember some teachers even painting footprints on the court. Innovative for those days, but also arguably illogical, since everyone's stride length is different. Can you imagine stepping on footprints that were painted on the court? It might have looked like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and hit. If that old paradigm doesn't work, then what are the keys to good movement on a tennis court? To find the answers, we interviewed a series of world-class sprinters and found 5 guidelines they all agreed upon. Number 1 is to establish standards. Right from the start, establish standards for good footwork and movement habits. Number 2 is to keep it natural. Do not teach players how to move unless an athlete has a clear limitation in their movement patterns, such as an inability to easily change directions. Number 3 is to lower the playing height. Help players develop athletic playing height as opposed to their normal standing height. Number 4, lean forwards. Keep players leaning forwards into the court rather than flat-footed, backwards, or to either side. And number 5, create game-based movement drills. As far as possible, create game-based exercises that help players improve their movement skills under game-like conditions. As a result of this research and more, we have divided this video into 6 primary sections. Number 1 is balance, 2, playing height, 3, the split step, 4, movement guides, 5, recovery, and 6, intensity of movement. Now, before starting our first section, I need to mention that the exercises in this video are mostly kinesthetic. In other words, by performing these drills, players will get a quicker feel for the critical skills of movement and footwork for tennis. Now, don't underestimate this point. You can talk about better footwork until you're blue in the face, but unless a player actually feels it, very little improvement will be realized. Pardon the pun, but we've got a lot of ground to cover. Let's get moving.